Hey YouTube, I decided to purchase one of these Ancestry DNA kits. It's a DNA activation kit. I'm gonna activate it. It's gonna collect saliva. Then I'm gonna mail in my sample and then we're gonna explore the results on my Ancestry account. I decided to vlog the experience and bring y'all along with me. So let's see what we have going on here. This is the Ancestry DNA activation kit right here. This is just the box that it comes in. And this is just the bag. It just kind of tells you how the process is. Not a long process once you send it in. I'm not sure how long it'll take to get the results back, but I'm sure inside somewhere it'll tell us. So these are the items that come in it. And then there's a box here with a pre-made return label on it. So you can just put your things in there and get your results back. Once you send it in, I guess it'll be available once you log into your Ancestry account. I'm sure you get an email just letting you know it's available and ready. So this is just what it looks like. It comes with a collection bag. That's where the DNA sample goes into once you provide your saliva. And this is just telling you about how it works, how to activate your kit online, on the computer, or using your phone, using the app here. Do not skip this step. And then it just kind of gives directions. So step 1, step 2, 3, 4, which is you mailing your sample in. All right, so this is what I'm providing the saliva in. I'm gonna make sure I read the directions so I can do this properly. Okay, so we're gonna start with step 1, activate your kit. I'm gonna go ahead and download the mobile app and get started with activating my kit. Okay, so this is what the app looks like. It just takes a second to download. You just click download, it gets started, and then you're able to move on to the next step. Once you activate your kit, either on a mobile phone or computer, you're gonna write the information down at the bottom here. I'm just covering mine for privacy reasons. Then you're gonna move on to step 2. Please take notice, do not eat, drink, smoke, or chew gum for 30 minutes prior to giving your saliva sample. And then you just follow along with the directions. You're gonna spit in the tube up into the wavy line. Don't overfill. It's really easy. Okay, you're gonna release and shake, almost like giving yourself a little COVID test. But this COVID test, you're gonna mail in and get some DNA results. Let's begin. Once you collect your saliva sample, you are going to just flip that funnel off. You're gonna grab this top right here, put it back on your little test tube. Then you're going to screw it on tightly to release the solution that will stabilize your DNA, and the saliva tighten to release stabilizing fluid. You know what it works when the blue solution from the cap has emptied into the tube. Then we're gonna shake the tube for at least 5 seconds. So let's get started on that part. Once you tighten it on there, you'll know that it works when the blue solution has emptied into the tube, which you see it has emptied into the tube. And now we're gonna shake for 5 seconds to ensure the sample mixes with the stabilizing solution so the lab can process the sample. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds. All right, just a little more. It says at least 5 seconds. It looks like it has now mixed up. And now we're gonna place the tube in the collection bag. We're gonna seal it with the adhesive strips, and we're gonna mail it in the morning. We're going to insert the cap tube into the bag, seal the collection bag, put the bag into the return mailer. Don't forget to activate your test online. That is so important, or you won't get your results, okay? Okay, so I'm going to mail off my box tomorrow, and then they're gonna keep me updated with emails and texts about the status of my results. It is so important to keep this little card until you get your results, so you make sure you have your activation code available in case something happens or whatever, or maybe you didn't activate it in the app or something, or anything can happen. So just keep this until then. Your unique activation code is also on the back of this here. So yay, so excited to bring you guys along this journey and, you know, see where I'm from. So this customized DNA story here just kind of gives me an idea of my family background, where they might have derived from and when they settled there. If you see, it kind of says that they were in Virginia, which some of my family is from. So when your results are in, Ancestry DNA gives you your DNA story, which starts making connections to your family tree. If you saw there, it was a few pictures of some of my family members that have also connected through Ancestry DNA, and it also gives me an ethnicity estimate. You see, it gives you the ethnicity breakdown, your DNA story, and your DNA matches match you to actual family members who have also used this process. It'll connect you to first cousins, second cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, so on and so forth, if they've used this same system. Here you can see the breakdown of my ethnicity, and you see a lot of it is out of Africa, and there's other breakdowns down below that go to northern Philippines, northern Italy, England, Europe, Scotland, but mostly African ethnicity. This through lines breakdown gives you a breakdown of parent 1 and parent 2. It gives you the 50% breakdown of each parent to show you what your 100% percentage is of each ethnicity. Of course, you don't know which parent is parent 1 or parent 2, but with doing a little research and comparing relatives on my family tree, I did predict which ethnicities belong to my mother and which ones belong to my father. This list shows my ethnicity estimate based off the DNA results that I received. I guess that's why I love African food. Besides connecting you with your family and showing you your ethnicity, I also love that Ancestry DNA gives you pictures and different memories and documents of your family members that you can see. If you can see here, this is my Aunt Linda. I found her yearbook on Ancestry DNA, along with a lot of helpful information about the rest of my family. All right, so I think that Ancestry DNA gave me some pretty cool results. My favorite part of the Ancestry DNA experience was connecting with family members, that some that I knew about, some that I did not. I did connect with some cousins on my dad's side, cousins on my mom's side. I found out about some aunts and uncles that I had, and that information also connected to my family tree that I have on Ancestry DNA that I had made before I even put in to get my results for that. I think that anybody who's interested in finding out more about themselves, their family, their background, where they come from, who they're a part of, who's a part of their tribe, they should try out Ancestry DNA. Whether or not you use the DNA part where you had to submit the sample to be connected to other family members who have done the process, or whether or not you just want to do some research on there to look up different last names and maiden names and family names, surnames, and all that, just to find out a little bit more about yourself. Something else cool that happened on there was we found out some information about my grandparents' siblings. There were a few stories we had, but we couldn't quite connect the dots because some information was missing, maybe because a family member is deceased or whatnot, or we haven't heard from them, we just don't have contact with them. But using Ancestry did help us connect those dots to put those family stories back together. I shared some of my findings with my mom and my grandmother, and that kind of helped them put two and two together with a few things. and even some concerns they might have had questions about, or just wondering about family whereabouts and things of that nature. We were able to find that information on Ancestry. As you saw in the video, I saw pictures of my aunt in her yearbook from high school. There was also other information like census data on there, birth certificates, death certificates, just all kind of interesting, beneficial information to help you put your family story together. So if you're interested in stuff like that, I definitely recommend using Ancestry. Of course, the ethnicity, that stuff is just an estimate, but it does give you an idea of where you may come from and stuff like that. So you can still, you know, do some research on it and kind of get connected to other family members that you may or may not have known about. One thing's for sure, because I knew some of the family members I got connected with through the DNA sample, I know that my mom's my mom and my dad is my dad. So those stories were true. Other than that, I think it was a pretty cool process. Easy, quick, affordable thing to do. Just gives you more information and insight on who you are and where you come from. So thank you guys for watching this short YouTube video, just a little insight into my experience using Ancestry DNA, and I hope to catch you guys on the next one.